Frankenstein. It wants to kill you. Bluetooth steering wheel.
Jesus Christ. This is a race car.
Holy shit. Crapping myself. Wow, 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 wow. Hello world, welcome back to Accelerate and welcome to Nathan's K24 Frankenstein Integra DC5.
Yeah, now we done Elliot's standard platform DC5 back at the beginning of the year, so this is a completely different animal.
And as you can see, it's far from standard.
Yeah.
So excited for this, man. Let's get stuck in.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Move like the move like.
So as you can see guys, this car is far from standard. Now Nathan has said he doesn't want to be on camera, which we are so okay with. This is what we try and say to people. If you're not happy being on camera, we can work around you.
That's not a problem at all.
But Kenny's had to get his phone out because the spec list on this thing is incredible.
And this is only a bit of the spec, so yeah, we'll put it full in the description below.
Yes, if you want the full thing, because for the nerds among us, much like us, we'll keep it for the description below.
Exactly, yeah. So we'll start off with the engine. K24 A3 bottom end with a K20 head. It's got drag cartel 2.2 cams, Brian Crower double valve springs, brakes K-Sport 8 pots.
Good
I really
brakes.
like those. I've run them on my M3, so I know they're really good. Project MU front pads, PBS Pro Race rear pads. Suspension is BC Racing coilovers. The wheels Enkai.
There's a lot of debate over that.
NT03s. Tyres are Nankang AR1. It has an ABS delete with a bias valve and all run internally.
I didn't know that.
So, yeah, that's
cool.
what I said.
It says
some of these things. Solid fab cat back exhaust with a 1320 manifold.
Nice.
Prackworks carbon inlet manifold. Gearbox wise now.
Yeah.
It's a DC5 gearbox with a 5.1 final drive.
5.1.
And a CAS plated diff. Now, when he pulled in, you could hear it clicking.
Straight away, yeah.
And he did say that on track, it's superb.
Yeah.
So,
does he track? I forgot to ask Nate. Does he track this then?
Yes.
I mean, I imagine
he
he does because the spec.
Yeah, exactly. Cooling then is you got a Tegawa radiator, Super Pro poly bushes, hard race lower arms, hard race camber arms. Sam built the ARC cage. Paul at Racing Circuits done all the wiring, and it was mapped by Paul West TPW Engineering. It's got a full extinguisher kit. And interior on this thing is insane.
Yeah, but by full extinguisher kit, what they mean is it's actually plumbed in through the engine bay, through the interior. You've got nozzles at certain points. Yeah. I mean, we're talking proper race car stuff, not track car. This is race car stuff.
Exactly. Interior-wise, it's got AIM digital dash with Bluetooth steering wheel controls.
I never even heard of that.
Insane, and I didn't even know that was available. Corbo Revenge series buckets. Takata harnesses. The wing came off an S2000 and he made it fit.
I love that.
And it is cool, I gotta be honest. Plastic performance window kit. K-tuned billet shifter. Now those, they look amazing.
That's a work of art.
Yes.
I'm glad he hasn't covered that up.
Yeah, I know, innit? It's got a spoon strut brace, and the last thing I'm gonna mention, it's got a T7 Designs lightweight heater box. Exactly.
See, this is what I mean.
It's a race car, not track car, it's a race car.
This build has been going on, I believe he said around 6 years, and you can just see everything he's done well, and like we said,
I do want to point out though, it was supercharged, running around 450 brake.
Yeah.
Now, Nathan said as well, with this setup, it's a lot more drivable.
Yeah. Which is why a lot of people are going K24.
Yeah.
Obviously, for those that know, Kenny's got an EP3, still running a K20, 280 odd brakes, so I'm very curious to see what you think of the K24, because I think it may be on the cards.
I was just going to say, I have been thinking about it, but obviously because of that mid-range torque.
Yes. So
yes.
Let's just get, the more I'm talking, the more I want to get, let's just get stuck into it. So guys, you join us out on the road in Nathan's DC5. And first impressions, I'm not gonna lie, I am crapping myself. I wish you could see what I can see and feel. I am sat so low. You've got the wraparound seats, I can barely see anything. It's quite intimidating. Bit of a different setup. Like we said, Nathan didn't want to be on camera, which is absolutely fine. Right, so let's get stuck in. DC5s came with the K20, which is about 217 brake horsepower to standard. Everything that Nathan's done to this now, obviously K24 Frank. So it was dynoed when on probably one of the hottest days. So it ran about 285 on a very hot day. But with these, we always say it's not about chasing figures. The big difference with the K20 and the K24 is you've got the added torque throughout the rev range without the downsides of having a turbo, so the lag and everything. This is very intimidating. I can barely see over the steering wheel. It's got a very aggressive diff in it. Nathan was saying basically when you put your foot down, it does go a bit crazy. Staggered setup, which is very unusual on a front wheel drive car. We're running 255s on the front and 225s on the rear, I believe he said. Probably see me popping my head up all the time. I literally can't see the road. So he does say it tram lines a lot, but I think what we'll do is you'll just meet us on when we get to some better roads, because this is bonkers. Right, so we're on our normal roads now, the straight. So excited for this. So we'll do a second gear pull. Oh my god! Jesus! Woo. Oh my god! Right, I'm going to go back to Nathan's statement saying that it dances around the road. Kenny's car has got obviously the LSD with the 5.3 final drive. His pulls a bit. This literally wants to take you off the road. Jesus. You could probably, I hope the camera picked me up. So you are literally fighting with the steering wheel. Now Nathan did say this thing comes alive on track, which is clearly where it's meant to be. Wow, wow, you've really got to be awake driving this thing. I'm so glad that we've got the experience of driving with cars with diffs and things like that. See if we can get another good pull, but wow. The shifter, I've always loved these shifters. Like I said, they're a work of art and the function on them is unreal. This is probably one of the most race car cars I think we've ever done. One lovely, amazing feature which I've never seen before, as we mentioned briefly, it's got a Bluetooth steering wheel. Some of the functions on the steering wheel are incredible. That's amazing. Holy crap. The noise is absolutely intoxicating. And you can definitely feel, driven Kenny's a few times now and I've been in there a lot. You've got, even without going full throttle, you've got that torque there. I'm already starting to understand why the K24 is becoming such a popular option. I'm shaking, my adrenaline is pumping. Response is absolutely unbelievable, and that paired with the mid-range torque that the K20 lacks on track, I imagine this would be an absolute animal. So my first impressions, I think that says a lot. Like I said, we've driven cars that put, geez, this thing is absolutely terrifying. Once you get past the whole thing of, right, it wants to kill you, the setup, I mean, this thing belongs on track. On the road, it is quite scary, and Nathan did warn me of that, so I was very aware of that going into it. Oh my god, and it is boiling in here, as you can probably tell. I cannot wait to get Kenny in here, so, well, let's get Kenny in here.
Move like the move like.
Oh my God, I am so low in
That's
this.
exactly what I said. I was going to say first impressions, but honestly, it takes so much concentration.
I can't even see.
So yes, normally I'd say first impressions, but we're going to let him get used to it because honestly, guys, this car takes so much concentration.
I would have given it a little bit then, but there's sheep there, so. Wow. Oh man, that torque. Man, I see what you mean with the diff.
Oh yeah.
It's mine is quite snappy, but this is literally pulling you. It is, yeah. But the steering.
Yep.
Wow. And the brakes. Obviously, there's no ABS.
Yeah.
So you got a complete feel through the brake pedal, which
and
is
confidence. Yeah.
oh, it's insane. You've got that little bit of play, and then it's there. Like, Jane, it's not instant, so it's not too snappy. So wow, yeah. So first impression, this is a race car. This is not a track car, it's a race car.
Absolutely.
There's no roof lining, you've got a cage, these seats, you can't see anything that way.
No, I can't even see you.
I was just gonna say, yeah, this is a good thing.
But I mean, you've literally, I mean, as you're sat here, one thing that people don't talk about is just the leg room you get in a race car is insane. But I mean, you've got to expose everything. Like I said, I couldn't really talk when I was driving because there's that much concentration. But like you said, when you're aware of the diff pulling you and everything like that, it just comes together.
It does, yeah. And obviously, having experience in these front-wheel drive cars with
luckily
with the diff and these tires, you can feel everything. And I gotta be honest, if my steering was like this, oh, do you know what I mean? What a transformation!
Big difference with the EP3, as we've mentioned, is electric steering. This is fully mechanical. Is that right?
Yes, hydraulic. Yes.
And you can, well, obviously you can tell the difference straight away.
You can, yeah. It's just feedback straight away.
For Nathan to just throw us the keys to something like this is a hell of a bit of kit.
It is, yeah.
So the trust that you guys have in us is unreal. So
yeah, exactly, yeah. No, I'm going to try and compare this to obviously my setup.
Yeah.
But we'll do that in a second because we're about to turn around.
On the way up, yeah.
This we're going to give it some now, just like I said. I'm going to try and compare it to mine. So we're going to first Yep. Wow. Oh, man. You can, like I said, you can feel it. You're fighting for the mine. Jesus Christ. Like I said, this steering feel compared to mine. Oh man, what I need this steering. So I know you bought me some wings and a bumper.
That's probably next on the list then, yeah. I better start saving.
So yeah, I'm not going to do this in first gear up here because it's just going to be all over the place. I'll take it up in a second. And I'm just trying to look at these little twisties. Yeah, the throttle response is a lot slower than mine.
Yeah.
Wow, so raw. It's amazing, honestly. The turning.
Oh, yes!
Yes, you're fighting with it. Oh, wow. Try the back flick out a little bit then.
You did mention that then now.
It's very playful. Oh, wow, 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 wow.
Well, I wish I drove it up these roads because, you know, you had better corners. You can feel, even from this side, you can feel the turning.
It's insane. I know you're battling with it, man. My hands will be like gripping the steering wheel so hard.
Like I said, when you know what you're doing with it, I mean, this is not. Yeah, this is race car. I mean, this is not just a car you take and have fun. This is purpose built.
I feel like I need a helmet.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like. As soon as you get in this thing, it's like I need a lid.
But it's interesting you said about the steering. It is that much different. Like, I agree, it's that much different to yours.
So much
power
better.
delivery, you've really got to work for yours. This, a lot less work, and the power is there.
You have the only thing I do prefer with mine is the throttle response.
Yeah.
Like mine is, as you know, it's instant. As soon as you get on that throttle on mine, it's there. Like,
well, Nathan did say, obviously, he's done a fly-by-wire to have the. There's so many different functions you can have with a fly-by-wire. You do sacrifice a few things. Now, the one thing I know, I love doing quick shifts in gears. Now, when you do a quick shift, in yours, it's wah, bop, straight there. In this, you have got that delay, almost like it's easing you into it.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a huge fan of.
So, Nathan's Frank DC5.
Yes. Now, we love DC5s. We've said that. We made that clear with Elliot when they're such good platforms anyway.
They are.
The addition of the K24, granted, it's a bit unfair because you've got all the race car parts supporting this, but the K24...
Oh, it's just the torque it delivers is just so much better than the K20.
You've got much more mid-range. You haven't even got to be full throttle to feel it. With yours, you've got to work for the power.
You really have, yeah. I wouldn't mind. You've got to wring the neck out of it at any opportunity or any, sorry, to just get anything out of it. You've got to literally wring its neck. Whereas this, any sort of gear, lower RPMs, it's there, it's punching, you know, it's like I said, the only thing I didn't like was the throttle response compared to mine, but we know the reasons behind
that. Comes with the fly-by-wire. And
exactly.
Nathan did say, obviously, he's done it for good reason.
Yes.
And I mean, the tech that's in this car, I really am blown away by this thing. We knew it was going to be good, but my God, we love cars. I guess this is what we live for. So we hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'm so glad we could take you along. Yes. So grateful for people like Nathan. I mean, this is a hell of a bit of kit, like I said, in the car. The fact that he's thrown us the keys. He was just going to give it to us for the day, but we've had so much going on. But anyway, we're so grateful anyway. So grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We will see you in the next one.
We will.
Boom!
No boom.
I'm in a boom. This deserves a boom.
Move like the move like.